Solo Leveling is one of the most hyped anime at this time. So today we will try to cover 200 chapters in under 15 minutes. There may be spoilers in this video, so watch at your own risk. I will try to cover every event of Solo Leveling, but not in detail. I am not going to talk about the history of Solo Leveling, because I have covered that in another video. I will provide you link in the description. Now let's start. Meet Jin Woo, a hunter who hunts demons in the dungeon. A dungeon are magical gate opened a year ago where monsters live. Hunters have to kill them before they come out to the real world. Hunters rank from S to E. S rank hunters are the most powerful hunters, and E are the weakest. In Solo Leveling, the rank is fixed, and you cannot change it in any way. Our Jin Woo is surprisingly the weakest hunter in the whole mankind. He is the lowest rank hunter. Dungeon also have ranks depending on the power level of the monsters inside it. To close a dungeon, you have to kill boss monsters within 7 days, otherwise monsters will start coming out to the real world. Jin Woo, despite the weakest of all hunters, came with other different rank hunters to clear down a dungeon. He gets bullied almost every day because of his weakness, which he can't change. Jin Woo doesn't love doing this. He has to do that because he has no father for shelter. He has to pay the medical bills for his mom and complete his sister's studies. Back in anime, Jin Woo entered a dungeon with other people and killed a monster, but another monster injured Jin Woo because his knife broke in a fight, thanks to her friend Juhi, who healed him. They later come to know that there is double dungeon, means a dungeon inside a dungeon. They all hunt because they get some gems that they can sell in the real world for a good price. They all raided the second dungeon, which came out a pretty bad idea. Many died there, but Jin Woo saved some hunters by understanding the rules of that dungeon. Jin Woo was about to die there. He got a notification to become a player, which he accepted. Later on, he found himself in hospital. By wonder, he got his limbs back, which he lost in that dungeon. 2 officials arrived at the hospital because they thought he had awakening powers, but they were disappointed. Then Jin Woo got a notification that said to do some tasks like push-ups and squats, which he ignored. When the time was over, the system gave Jin Woo punishment. He got teleported in a desert where he had to survive for 4 hours from a monster, and he managed to survive. After that, Jin Woo starts completing system tasks inside the hospital. As a result, he got muscles, power, and of course, lots of hotness. His attitude changed completely. Then the system gave him the key to a dungeon, where he defeats dogs and a snake-like boss monster after a lot of struggle. Next, he works with a private hunters group of 8 people, where they require 2 hunters to enter a dungeon. Jin Woo, along with another D-rank hunter named Jin Hoo, joined them. They entered the dungeon, and those 8 hunters trapped them with the boss monster by deception and flew away. Jin Woo kills the boss monster along with the 8 other hunters. The problem here is that from those 8 hunters, there is a brother of S-rank hunter who wants revenge from Jin Woo. Jin Hoo wants help from Jin Woo to become a guild master. For this, he has to clear several dungeons, and in exchange, he will get 30 billion. Jin Woo goes to another dungeon with those who survive a double dungeon with him. Along with them, there are 3 prisoners and a B-rank hunter. B-rank hunters took money from a father to kill those prisoners because they killed his innocent daughter. He killed those prisoners, but some other hunter saw him doing that and he killed them also. Then he tries to attack Julie, but Jin Woo's system orders him to kill that hunter. He killed him and saved his friend. At this point, his level upgraded from I guess 19 to 40. He got a job change request from the system. There he entered another dungeon. He killed many monsters, and at last, he faced Igris the Red, a knight who almost killed Jin Woo. Jin Woo somehow defeated him. Then lots of dungeons opened. From those dungeons, large number of knights came out. He has to survive by killing and dogging their attacks. He fought them, but at one point, he was about to die because he had already been badly injured by Igris. When he was about to die, he teleported to a place where the system gives him punishment for not completing daily tasks. Jin Woo survived in the punishment dimension. He took rest and healed himself, then came back to the dungeon to kill knight soldiers. He killed every soldier because his level got up due to survival in the punishment dimension. The system told Jin Woo that he become a necromancer, the ability to make dead people alive from surroundings and they will join your army. Due to his powerful performance, Jin Woo's job again changed, and he becomes Monarch of Shadow. By using this ability, he can acquire the shadow of someone. He acquired Igris as his first shadow. Now the scene shifted, and they show us that the S-rank hunter arrived in South Korea to take revenge on Jin Woo. Jin Woo was called to check her sister's performance at school. Her teacher told him that her sister's friend become a hunter. She is a low-rank hunter, so tell her that she may die in that job. That's why she should leave this job, but Jin Woo decided that he will train her. In the next scenes, Jin Woo takes his sister's friend to a dungeon. Jin Woo along with others. They enter a C-rank dungeon. After they entered, the dungeon changed color from blue to red. Let me explain the red dungeon to you guys. If you enter a red dungeon, you will go to another dimension. So, it's impossible to get out of there without defeating the boss. Inside dungeon, a S-rank hunter took strong hunters by his side and weak other side. Jin Woo was on the weak side. The S-rank told them that if they managed to survive until the S-rank defeat the boss, they can return safely. Unfortunately, no one from the strong team survived. Then Jin Woo alone defeated boss, and he acquired 2 new shadows, Tang and Iron. The S-rank hunter also came to kill Jin Woo, but due to the red gate, he cannot enter. He thought that an E-rank hunter could not survive a red dungeon, so he returned. The system makes another dungeon for Jin Woo, the Red Castle. In that dungeon, there are floors from lowest to highest. Jin Woo started clearing floors one by one. His level got up, and he acquired 2 items out of 3 of holy water, a water by which he can cure her mom's illness. He left dungeon and came back to get his rank again. He is so powerful that the machine shows errors while measuring his power. He is way more powerful than S-rank hunter. He became the 10th S-rank hunter from Korea. After this, he enters a rank dungeon, where he acquires Tusk's shadow and saves everyone. He again entered Demon Castle, where he impressed a female demon, and at this point, his level went to 90. He went to the final floor and acquired his 5th Shadow Castles by defeating Demon King Baran. He got his last item to make holy water. He did that and saved his mother. Now Korea and Japan plan to raid the Jedu Island. Many S-rank hunters participated in that raid, but not Jin Woo. He is not participating in this raid. Korean and Japanese hunters planned that Japanese hunters would clear Jeju Island from outside, and S-rank of Korean hunters would go inside to kill the boss of that dungeon. They are going to attack Jeju Island because the ant monster started evolving, and if that happens, they can attack cities also. Actually, in Jeju Island, several years back, an S-rank dungeon opened there, and everyone had to flee away. They tried many times to clear that island, but every time failed. Here is an evil secret. This is the plan of Japan to kill all Korean S-rank hunters. Karma hits when Ant King kills all Japanese hunters, and some Korean hunters also. Then their savior Jin Woo came and defeated Ant King and collected his shadow. This fight was broadcast live. Some people were happy and some were angry at Jin Woo, because if he had come earlier, then he could have saved everyone. Now, Jin Woo has a huge fame. America tried to recruit Jin Woo on their side, but he refused. Jin Woo made his guild of hunters named Ajin. Then he raided another red dungeon, killed the boss monster, and found a key to a double dungeon. He enters there with 2 other useless members of his guild. Jin Woo alone cleared out that dungeon and got his other shadow named Jima. Then he uses that double dungeon key and enters a double dungeon. There, he met the nightmare of his life architect. Yes, the same guy he met at starting, the one who created the system. There, Jin Woo asks him questions, and he comes to know that he is a vessel of the leader of Monarch's Ashborn. Then he starts the ritual of awakening Ashborn inside the body of Jin Woo. The plot twist here is that Ashburn didn't need the body of Jin Woo. He even gave his power to Jin Woo. After seeing this, the architect, whose name is Candiaru, tries to kill Jin Woo, but Jin Woo is way too stronger than him. He killed Candiaru and returned to the real world. The reason why the architect tries to kill Jin Woo, because he told Ashbourne to find him a vessel who experienced death many times, and in return, Ashbourne was given immortality. On the other hand, a S-rank gate opened in Japan. Major S-rank hunters of Japan were killed on Jeju Island, so they hired a Russian hunter who demanded 3.6 billion yearly. Isn't that too much? Japan agreed because they had no other option. If they didn't clear that gate within 7 days, monsters will come out. The Russian hunter enters the dungeon but gets killed immediately. Then Jin Woo entered that dungeon, and there he met the monarch of the beginning. He was captive there. Jin Woo killed him also. The scene shifted, and we saw that there was a global meeting of hunters at the American Association. There, Thomas warned Juan not to attack or try to kill Jin Woo. Juan is that S-rank hunter whose brother is killed by Jin Woo. Juan is working in the guild of Thomas, and Thomas is the strongest hunter in the world. Juan kidnapped Jin Woo's friend Jin Hoo. He beat him near to death. Then, Jin Woo arrived and beat Juan and added him to his shadow army. To save his guild member, Thomas arrived to stop Jin Woo, but Jin Woo uses his shadow army and defeats the whole strongest guild. Then we come to know that 2 world's strongest hunters are killed by monarchs. One of the monarch came to kill the president because he was the vessel of a ruler. They fought, but at the end, Go was badly injured. Jin Woo didn't make it on time, but Go left a message for him that always takes humanity's side. Surprisingly, Jin Woo did a side quest with all that mess. He got a S-rank girlfriend named Cha Hai. We saw her already, she is beautiful though. Well, Jin Woo came to know that 9 gates opened in the world. From these gates, Monarch of Beast, Frost, and Monarch of Plague came to attack Earth. Jin Woo had a great fight. He killed Plague, but the Monarch of Beast and Frost killed Jin Woo. The architect was killed, but the system is still doing its job. When Jin Woo got killed, his Black Heart ability activated. Jin Woo found himself in the bed at hospital just like before. His level was the same as before death, and also every ability. Jin Woo tries to save as many humans as he can. Then he gets a notification from the system to restart the world. Jin Woo denied this notification, but that notification is coming again and again. The reason for the notification is that Ashbourne is approaching him now. Ashbourne approached him and told him about the history of solo leveling. I made a dedicated video on it. I will provide a link in the description. Now, Ashbourne gave a proposal to Jin Woo that he wanted to live in this world where he saved many people, or in another world, another dimension where Jin Woo was fighting with monarchs. After hearing this, Jin Woo says, "Arise." This ability can make a dead alive. Jin Woo alive himself in another world where he was killed by monarchs. Their story opens with his father. He saw his father protecting him from monarchs. Sadly, his happiness turned into sadness because his father got killed there by the monarchs. Jin Woo became too strong at that point that he killed Monarch of Frost and Beast alone. He did solo versus duo. Now anime reveals Jin Woo's father's story. His father is trapped inside a dungeon, and rulers approach him after they come to know that his son is the Monarch of Shadow, and he is on the side of the ruler because he was killing the monarch. So, they tell him to save his son from monarchs. At this point, Jin Woo got all shadows of Ashbourne. He destroyed monarchs. But another gate opened in Canada, where Jin Woo sent Thomas and Juan to defeat the Monarch of Iron Body. Thomas is also a vessel of an upper ruler. There, Thomas, with Jin Woo's army, kills Iron Body. Then Jin Woo took Monarch of Destruction to another dimension. He was strong, but Jin Woo, with the help of the ruler, killed him. Jin Woo requested rulers to use a cup of reincarnation last time. He also requested them not to open any dungeon gates because of this. Except him, all humans are normal beings. No hunters, no monsters, and no dungeon. Rulers agreed, and the world rewound for 10 years. Ashbourne didn't lose any of his power and memory, because now he is the Monarch of Shadow, a true god. Then Jin Woo saw his mother, sister, and his father who were alive in this world. This time, Jin Woo left his family and friends for 27 years, and again killed every last monarch from this universe. At last, the ruler arrived at him and asked him that, is he want to live in some other world or this world, because he was too strong for this world. Jin Woo told them that he would live in this world where his family and friends were alive. The anime ends with a scene that gives us goosebumps when Jin Woo meets his only true love, Chae-hei.